is a runaway. You give me love and tenderness. Yeah. What I'm saying is, can we just come on?
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WeFM 99.9 is on now.
Oh, Jim Phil Corner. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the rest of the region, and of course the rest of the world. Time is now 8:52, and you're listening to WFM 99.9 FM. In studio this morning, we've got Ari and yours truly, Christal, and some special guests. We've got Phil Carl Jeffers, Ria Lewis, and please, please forgive me. I apologize sincerely in advance if I mispronounce your name. Loveness Naya Kujara.
Yes, Loveness Nyakuchara.
Nia Kujara. Oh, all right. Good morning. And Phil Carl Jeffers is the Youth and Gender Specialist for UNFPA. Ria Lois is the Project Coordinator. Do we put the analyst, project coordination analyst? Sure. She said sure. And Miss Nia Kujara is the program specialist with UN Women Caribbean Office, and she's the head of the Build Back Equal initiative. And that's what we're going to be talking about: Build Back Equal Night Market. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. So let's start with what Build Back Equal is. Over to you, Nia Kujara.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good morning, listeners. So the Build Back Equal project is an initiative that's led by UN Women and implemented in partnership with UNFPA with the general support of Global Affairs Canada. We aim to support women and youth-owned micro, small, and medium enterprises to build economic resilience. We do know that COVID-19, but and as well as natural hazards that have been occurring frequently in the region, impact women's ability to be economically active. So we are saying that as we recover from COVID-19 and all the disasters such as Hurricane Maria, let's do it not in a normal way, but in a way that facilitates equality and equity between women, men, boys, and girls. So that's what Build Back Equal is about, building economic resilience for women. Thank you.
All right. So how did the night market come about?
So the night market is really fulfilling one of the objectives of the project. So the project has three focus areas, but the focus area that the night market is hitting on is economic empowerment. So the night market is an opportunity for business owners, like Loveness mentioned, small, micro, medium business owners to come have their booth set up for free. So there's no cost to you, and you have an opportunity to sell your products, advertise, promote. If your business is new and up and coming, so we're really excited about it. We've had an opportunity to speak to some of our business owners, and there's quite a stress on the fact that they are looking for a new market to introduce themselves to the population, and I think this is a great opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wonderful. Jeffers, how has it been thus far? Because this is not the first night market. This is not the first project, right?
No, it's not.
No. Speak into the mic or like shift it over. So how has it been so far?
Based on the responses that we've had so far, it's a good sign that persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines continue to look for the opportunities to put their businesses out there. And what we're really happy about is a lot of single women who are coming forward. There are also men who are registering their businesses. food and
Mm-hmm.
food items.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're saying to them, here's the opportunity to tell the world I have arrived, but also here's an opportunity for you to understand how the market reacts and how persons see themselves in the whole idea of business. So once we have that opportunity where they can go and sell their produce now, they understand what demand would be. And like you were saying earlier on, it may not be where they would have 100 requests happening one time, which would be a lot easier, but it shows them the opportunities that are available. And it's one of the things that we're happy about.
You never know who's watching. Was one thing I never know who's watching. Back to you, Nia Kujara. Ria mentioned that one of the objectives was economic based, and she says one of three. So what are the other two?
Yes. So we note that for women to be economically empowered, sometimes it just does not take giving them access to money or building their skills only. We also have to pay attention to removing barriers that may stop them from being able to access economic opportunities. For example, we saw during COVID-19, but in many during many other times that you can want to go to the market or to take up a job offer. But if you have no one to take care of the children at home, you pass that opportunity. So one of the areas we are focusing on is how can we increase social protection measures to help women to be economically empowered. So we remove barriers also such as gender-based violence, because if you're experiencing violence at home and you're not getting access to all the good services, that can also stop you from being economically active. So we are taking a holistic approach to this. Another area is that we ensure that they have access to sexual and reproductive health rights. And my colleague here, Phil Cole, can speak more about that because this is a focus area that UNFPA is working on. So those are the three areas, that is build economic resilience through increasing access to finance, building skills, that is how do you market your products, how can you leverage ICTs, that is the technology that we have today to increase your sales, and other such skills. Thank you.
All right.
Quick question. At this booth, I see that there's arts and crafts, food, souvenirs. Is there also an information booth for those issues that you mentioned that women currently face?
Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't hear you properly.
Yeah, I said it. There is arts and crafts, food, and souvenirs. Is there also an information booth to inform the public of what these issues that women currently face?
Yes, they are. And my colleague, Miss Lewis, will speak more about this.
Mhm.
Yes. So I think the really great thing about the project is that we are working multi-sectorally. So we have quite a few NGOs that will be present. I know that our Planned Parenthood will be there. We're hoping to have representation from Red Roots. And those are persons that are actually on our steering committee in the country, because we found it to be ultimately important to have persons that are on the ground and working through the issues that Naya Kujara mentioned. So yes, you can come, collect information, gain support, get support, and access to resources.
Okay, thank you.
The Ministry of National Mobilization also, the Gender Affairs Division would be there as a partner also. So just to answer a bit about the sexual reproductive health, from UNFPA side, our main mission is to deliver a world where every pregnancy is wanted, every childbirth is safe, and every young person's potential is fulfilled. And we go about ensuring that we push this mandate throughout the length and breadth of the world. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, currently, we're in the process of developing sexual reproductive health standards so that it helps the country to understand what these are. And there's also the adolescent health standards. So the persons between 10 to 19, their sexual reproductive health rights and responsibilities are catered to. I know I can open up a whole kind of form in diving into the conversation, but I'll just leave it at that point. And Christal, you know that I don't have a problem coming back for us to talk
Of
about
course, I know.
about these things. But also, we're also because the consultants are already in, and we're working through the Ministry of Health. So from the UN agencies, we do not just come into our country just like that. The government or NGO or civil society would reach out, and once they've reached out to us asking for assistance or partnership, that's when we get involved into the mix of things, because we are not in a position to say to a government, this is what you have to do. But once you reach out, we provide the technical expertise and says, this is what the standards are. Now, this is what you need. And then the government decides, okay, we can do one, two, or three, or we can only do one. That's on the government side. But from an expertise standpoint, we provide the necessaries to support the government.
Okay. So I don't want to take away from the discussion, but there's one quick announcement that I'll have to make, and that is the Central Water and Sewage Authority would like to inform residents of Chomoka, Rosebank, Pittibudel, Chateaubelair, Fitzhughes, and Richmond that their water supply will be disrupted between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. today, Wednesday, March 6, 2024. This disruption is to facilitate tank maintenance. CWSA regrets any inconvenience caused. Now, what I'm curious about is, I know that it is in celebration of International Women's Day, which is this Friday, but should we look forward to more night markets popping up later down in the year?
I hope so, only because we have quite a few of the business persons that are clamoring for it. This particular night market, we only had space for 20 and 60 people applied.
Hold on. Layu is just space for 20 people?
This particular activity, we've put things together for 20 to 25 persons and 60 persons applied. So we know that people are interested, and we know that the businesses are looking for, access to that sort of activity. So we'll see what happens. We know that the Ministry of National Mobilization is very much in support. They are the what should I say, our governmental basis here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so we know with their support and what we're hearing from the public, we probably will have another one.
Okay, great.
Because you've touched down in Calico already.
We did Calico.
You're touching down on Layu on
We're
Friday.
doing Leeward and then Country. Maybe.
Okay. You got to spread the Grenadines.
And then the Grenadines, because we had some vendors come up from Bequia and Union last year.
Okay.
So people are interested.
Yes.
I
So
it was a good experience.
I'm always on.
The good thing about it also is, because there's a need, there's an opportunity. And with that opportunity, we're hoping that our partners would come on board. And again, as usual, I always like to say thanks very much to WEFM. WEFM has always been a strong partner in development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And permit me to do this by saying, if you're a young person and you really need to have an ad to reach people, that WEFM is probably the best that you can use.
Thank you.
And you didn't pay for that. But this opportunity, because it allows for young people to have that expression. And I'm saying that because also part of what we do is data driven. And from the data that we have had in terms of WEFM's reach to the nation and on the World Wide Web on a whole, you have a very good reach. And so because of that partnership that you've always fostered for national development, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Tears on my cheeks. Right about no, thank you so much.
No, but it's the truth.
Thank you.
And when I was with government, that is something that I always cherish, because I always had to use the data to prove why I'm using WEFM. And so because we are responding, because you heard from Rima that there are 60 persons who showed interest in Layu alone. For Kelokwa, I think we had maybe more.
Yeah, double that. And I think we only accommodated 40.
Right.
40 to 40.
So
40 people fit under there?
Yeah, 40 persons fit under the tents in Kelokwa. So you understand how it is.
You guys need Victoria Park next or something.
Well,
the amount of people.
Well, with Oliver's designs,
come on, man. Right. Come on, man. Can I say Loveness?
Yeah, it's easier.
Of course, you can say Loveness.
How do you feel when you get feedback from like persons on the ground or participants? How does that make you feel?
I think for us, it's UN Women, and I'm sure it's the same for UNFPA, is that we feel happy that we are making a difference, that we are responding to the needs of those who are marginalized. We are responding to the needs of those most left behind. For example, you were just talking about the Grenadines. Sometimes they feel left out, but through this night market and other initiatives, we want to make sure that we leave no one behind. And when we get good feedback, we are happy. We are also emboldened to find more resources, to find more expertise, to ensure that we can reach out to all the communities that require our assistance. We may not be able to go everywhere, but through the various partnerships that we continue to foster as UN, but also as NGOs. And Phil Cole just commended your amazing work in being a partner in all of this work. So we are in it together. And when we get good feedback, it means we need to do more so that we continue to respond to those needs.
All right, lovely. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up. All right.
Usually.
Yeah, you know how it is. Coming down to the end is very teary eyed. So final words of encouragement, final thoughts. Let's start with Ria.
So the night market is this Friday at the Herman Young Community Center from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. We encourage you all to attend to support the persons that will be selling their goods and products. I think it's a great opportunity to give support to our local business person. So we look forward to seeing you there. We want to thank the Ministry of National Mobilization as well as CUSO International, which are our partners for this particular activity. And of
Awesome.
course, UNFPA.
Awesome. Falco?
I just wanted to encourage persons within Layu and its environs to come and spend some money. No, I'm being frank with it.
Yeah, I
because
mean, that's the point, right?
that's the point of putting on the market so that the up and coming businesses feels a part of the business community so that they can share in the response that we are reaching out. We're crying out about unemployment. And if these young people are trying their best to provide themselves with entrepreneurship opportunities, the only best way for us to support them is to come and spend some monies at their booth and ensure that they understand that what they're doing is a viable contribution to national development. And so we can all share in the joys of seeing young people, and in particular, young women, strive and reach for their goal that they set out to do and make us all happy. So on behalf of UNFPA, I just want to thank you again, and Christal and is Ari, right?
Yes.
And Mr. Freitas from WEFM for this opportunity to allow us to share with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and of course those who are watching on the World Wide Web, the opportunities that are being provided in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for national development through partnerships between UNFPA, UN Women, CUSO, and the Ministries of National Mobilization, the Ministry of Health, and Civil Society. So thank you.
All right, no problem.
All right.
Loveness?
Yes, so I want to join my colleagues in thanking you and also the listeners for tuning in. Please show up on Friday. I also want to give encouragement to those who will be taking part in the night market. Even if you don't get sales today, you do not know who has seen you. So do not lose heart. Let's keep on showing up and giving of our best, taking feedback from those who come to buy on how can we improve our product, and hope that we continue on this learning journey together, but we continue also building women's and youth economic resilience in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Caribbean. Thank you.
All right. Just to remind our listeners, the Build Back Equal Night Market will be on Friday, March 8th at the Herman Young Community Center in Layu, and it will begin at 6 p.m. and end at 10 p.m. And this doesn't just go out for Layu, it's for all surrounding areas, Layu, Barrowley, Bookman, Pembroke, Kittels. Please come out and show your support to the young business owners.
Kittels. Take a little drive down.
On
You know what I'm
Friday. I'll
saying?
take a little drive down and see what's popping. I will.
Spend your money,
Yeah, don't just come.
I'll come.
I
come
will
to
come
you.
down to Layu and spend my money. All of my money is yours.
Oh, yeah.
Spend.
So you want to make
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
bold statement?
All 2025 was take my money.
All right. Thanks for joining us.